What's up, guys? Back on me is here at Smallville, Season 5, Episode 1, Arrival. Okay, so, last episode, if you haven't watched it, last episode was mind-blowing. Let me give you some, Clark and the gang, except for Pete, because remember, he went to Wichita, graduated, and yeah, and then as they were graduating, I think Lana graduated too. She wasn't there, but yeah, so Lana graduated, and they were all, and there was like a meteor shower that was happening. So so Lana's ancestor, Countess Isabel, went back into Lana's body one last time and killed Genevieve Teague, because Genevive's ancestor is one that outed Countess Isabel in the 1600s. So Countess Isabel vowed her revenge, and by killing Genevieve Teague, she had her revenge on the Teague family. So she left Lana's body, and and Clark, he discovered he put all the pieces together, and he went to this snowy place. So and also the meteor showers occurred. Don't know what happened to Jason, Martha, and Jonathan. Something happened to them, and so Lexi's also really obsessed with caves now, and also Lionel was possessed by Jor-El or something. So this episode starts off where the last episode left off, with Clark going to that snowy place where he threw the thing, and it created a building, and 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 Jor-El's like, "Hello, Clark." He said Kal-El, but I'm gonna say Clark. "Hello, Kal-El," aka Clark, and he was like, "Yeah." It was like, "This is where you." So Clark in this place. So Lana, where we left off with Lana last episode was that she discovered the black spaceship. Well, in that black spaceship, the people in the black spaceship came out, and they said, "We are looking for Kal-El, aka Clark." So and Lex, he's also looking for Chloe, because he thinks but and also Martha, and Lois, she didn't leave. She discovered something, so now she's back, and so so she went, and she went, and she went to the chem farm and discovered the destroyed house. So she went to the chem farm and discovered the destroyed house, but Martha's got her leg. So Chloe, she's discovered, and Jor-El's like, "This is the fortress of solitude, Clark. The fortress of solitude." Finally in the show. And we also got a new opening with Red, and Lois. Lois's actress was up to the series regular to the show, so she's in the opening, and I really like it. I'll go to Red. So I'll go to Red in the opening. So anyway, back to this. So so Jonathan's talk. So yeah, Chloe's there, and Chloe's at the fortress, and but the sub-zero atmosphere is too much for for her, and and Clark is learning about all the knowledge, but he has to save Chloe, and he's like, and Jor-El saying stuff about how how your how your saves are beyond one human life, and and he's like if in Clark, and he's like ah beyond the red sun, you come back, and he's like yeah, I'll come back, and I promise, and Chloe is like hey Clark, go Super Clark, go Super Clark. He's like, I'm just Clark. He's like, you you can go faster than a speeding bullet. And that's where Chloe finally tells Clark that she knows. Waiting forever, waiting forever. I've been waiting since it was first shown that to Chloe that Clark had abilities. So yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, and those two like Kryptonians, the girl and the guy Kryptonians, they attack Lex because he's like, "Oh, you Kal-El," and he's like, "Who's asking?" And he starts choking Lex, and she's like, and the other Kryptonian lady's like, "He's not Kal-El. Kal-El doesn't bleed." So they just throw Lex aside, and and yeah, yeah, and yeah. So yeah, so and So, but then there's a lot of destruction. There's like an explosion. It's them and so they're still asking for Kal-El, but yeah, they even took Jonathan. But they even took Lois. But so yeah, so Clark goes. So Chloe's like Clark's like, how long did you know? Since you through how long did you know? Clark's like to Chloe, how long did she know about his abilities? And I've known since I've known since you threw a car like a beach ball. I don't know why he didn't say Alicia Baker told made her show her, but anyway, he's like hey Chloe, and he's like Chloe, I'm not the mirror didn't give me my ability. I was born like this. And he's like Chloe, I wasn't born in small. I was born in like an extraterrestrial place. And she's like, does that mean you're an alien? And she's like, yeah. He's like, does Lon know about this? And he's like, no, doesn't know. So Clark goes back to the farm, and he discovers Lex, and he's like, hey, and he starts, I don't know, Lex doesn't know who Chloe is, and he's like, yeah, he's like, what? Clark just needs to tell Lex about his ability, because Lex is on something. I know that we saw how dark Lex took it, but or does Clark feel that if he tells Lex, will the dark Lex will feel the same way? I don't know. Uh, I don't know. Any, anyway, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, and and yeah, so Lex is driving by and he sees Lana. And he's like, "Hey, Lana's me." Showers over, and she's like, two people, a man and woman, after us. No one's safe here. No one's safe." He's like Lex. He's like, "Trust me, Lana." And he's like, "No, Lex, trust me. I know what I saw." And yeah, so yeah, so 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 he's like, what they want, and yeah, So Clark, so Lois is like, oh Clark, two Kryptonian people came through here and they attacked, and they, and he's like, what they want? So Clark, they want some guy named Kal-El or something. Do you know him? So Clark goes to confront him. And he's like, hey, I'm Cal. Hey, hey. Actually, Lana does put some kryptonite on him. But he's like, oh yeah, I'm Kal-El. He's like, wait, what? He's like, we want you to join us, Kal-El. And I'm like they ever like. And yeah, and Clark says no, so they try to pull him into a vortex. They try to pull him into a vortex, and but but the lady and they get pulled into the vortex and don't know what this vortex is, and they obviously come back. I don't know. And Lana, she was reading. Yeah, Lana. Yeah, Clark takes Lana to the hospital, and Lana's reading on Jason Teague and Genevieve deaths on the news. That means she. Well, I, is this after Supernatural? Because here's that Jason Eccles left the show. So does that mean does this take place before or after he was working on Supernatural? Also, I've been saying, do you want me to review Supernatural, or is it too scary for me to watch? Tell me, because I really want to know if you guys want me to review Supernatural. I've been saying that, and I've got no answer, so please let me know. Yeah. Yeah. So, do me to watch and review Supernatural. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So Clark's like, hey, Jarrell talks to Martha and Jonathan, and he's like, hey, Jarrell took away my powers, and he's like, at least I finally get to be a normal person for once, and yeah. And also Lex visits Chloe, and he's like, hey, hey, I'm here to take you home, Miss Sullivan. And yeah, and also something going on with Lionel this episode. He kept. That's how Lionel knew about the kryptonite because Lionel was or Jarrell or whoever said that their home is their poison, that their home is their poison. And he keeps saying that the disciple of Zod is that their home is their poison. Their home is their poison. That's how Lionel knew about the kryptonite. And yeah, and basically that wraps up the. Yeah, and also at the end there's like this scene where where someone has the black spaceship and goo or sludge is dripping out of it and it turns into a man. Ew, but I want to know more now. Who is this man? Is he gonna come after Clark? So yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. It was really good. It was a very good premiere. I really enjoyed it. It was a very good premiere. So also filming reviews Supernatural. So like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have more. Also, if you want me to do a top 20, or top 5 best list for each of the seasons, I will. Also, if you want me to review Supernatural. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see you next Smallville.